What is Wushu? Wushu is an essential component of the cultural heritage of China. Practiced over the period of many centuries, this art is compellingly shrouded in mysticism to the Western mind. The term Wu literally stands for military, and Shu stands for art. Therefore Wushu translates as military art or martial art. Originally intended as China's secret weapon against foreign invaders, Wushu was practiced as a fighting art, with hundreds of styles created within the Shaolin Temple's walls, then expanded throughout the whole of China in process developing further. In the early 1970s, the Chinese Sports Committee established Modern Wushu. Modern Wushu would be best described as a solo performance which implements the combination of traditional Wushu fighting techniques with agile acrobatic movements which demonstrate the practitioner's spirit and athleticism. Competition Wushu is performed on a 14 by 8 metre carpet. The competitors perform a choreographed Wushu routine lasting a minimum of 1 minute and 20 seconds for individual routines, 3 minutes for internal routines, and 1 minute for a fighting set. The standardised routines contain open hand routines, short weapons, long weapons, internal open hand, internal straight sword, and fighting sets. With the possibility of Wushu being introduced to the Olympics, the sport has gone through many changes, most notably in the competition rules. These have been structured to break down the judging of different components of the routine, resulting in a stricter, more straightforward judgment, resembling the judging in gymnastic floor tumbling routine. However, the people involved in Wushu have diverse opinions as to what direction this martial arts sport should take, and what it embodies. Mike Donoghue is the coach of the UK's current champions. He is also one of the judges at the national Wushu competitions.
For me, Wushu is a sport. It's not necessarily a martial art. It's a presentation of martial arts. It's not a combat exercise per se. It's a sport. I look at Wushu as maybe a weightlifting coach would look at weightlifting, or a table tennis coach football coach looks at soccer and so on. For me, it's a sport. I want to train people to be athletes as opposed to traditionalists and all this mystical thing that goes. It's a load of rubbish. It's not Wushu. Wushu is about getting on that carpet, showing what an athlete you are. Good lungs, good strength, good upper body strength, good lower body strength, good flexibility, i.e. all the things that make a good Wushu athlete. Good concentration, good psychological behaviour. These things are key to making a good athlete.
Steve Coleman has consistently come out on top in the UK national competition since 2003, which makes him this country's current top athlete. Junior UK champion Sam Mack has also enjoyed success, not only on the national level but also internationally, winning medals in European and world competitions. We caught up with these two and managed to ask them a few questions about what it's like being this country's top Wushu athletes.
So what are the pressures of being this country's top level Wushu competitor?
Well, staying at the top is the hardest thing. When you're chasing a goal, it's quite easy to chase something because you've got nothing to lose, you've got everything to gain. So chasing the top is easy because you're hungry for it, and you can go for it. When you've actually reached that goal, it's very, very difficult to sustain it because everybody then is chasing you, so you're setting the pace, and it's very easy sometimes to become complacent. I'm the champion of the UK. I don't have to worry about anybody beating me. As soon as you take that attitude, somebody will beat you. You've constantly got to push and strive for the next goal, your own personal goal. That way you can constantly keep the gap between the rest of the competition. So there's a lot of pressure, to stay at the top. Everybody wants to be where you are, but you've got to try and be somewhere else. You've got to really push it because,
that lies in the international field.
Exactly, yeah. So being a national champion is good when you're a national champion, but you've got to say to yourself, okay, no more hanging about, no more glory days. National champion, fair enough. Got to go for European champion. Got to go for a place in the Worlds. That's got to be your goal, and that way you won't get left behind thinking, "Oh, I'm good. I'm the national champion." Because do that, you'd lose it.
There's always someone to beat out there, and you have to train to beat that person.